Hi there. Voice Amigos End here with your daily awakening. I want to talk to you about having stuff on in the background, background noise, falling asleep with the TV on, having the TV on in the other room while you're cooking or while you're doing homework, all that kind of stuff. I want to share with you guys that any of these suggestions I make in your daily awakenings are all things I have done myself and have had great success with. And no point am I sharing with you something that I wouldn't do or haven't done. So on that note, I want to talk to you about what it does to your brain and how it affects your cognitive processing to have that kind of stuff on. So, due to a thing called reflective attention, part of your mental energy, whether you recognize it or not, is being siphoned off for processing, especially auditory processing, things with words. I'm not talking about you having on classical music in the background when you're doing your homework. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about specifically the TV on in the background. I know I was guilty of this for most of my life. This was a super difficult one to break, so if you're already not with me because I'm saying this, I understand. Just, I promise, stick with me, it's good. So, what happens when you've got this energy being siphoned? This is increasing your cognitive load. That, in turn, messes up your working memory, and your memory recall gets messed up with both of those things. This low-level processing in the background, especially because you can't quite hear what's being said, your brain, whether you believe it or not, registers that as a threat, and it activates cortisol release, which will be like, you'll notice yourself being subtly anxious. There's like a little snappy and not knowing why. That's that cortisol. It also, over time, reduces your ability to tolerate silence, and this is where it gets really dicey. Like, silence is so important to health and well-being. It involves dopamine regulation, and when you get into dopamine regulation, that starts to be where you get into habit loops. Things like leaving the TV on to fall asleep because now you can't sleep without it. Worst out of all of these, though, is it fragments deep thinking. Now, if you've ever experienced being in flow state, a lot of athletes, and most people can recognize that athletes get into flow state. You can get in flow state too. However, not if your deep thinking is fragmented. So today, I suggest for you to try turning off the background noise. Even if just for a little bit, even if it's just while you cook dinner, or even if it's just the 20 minutes right before you go to bed. I encourage you to work towards taking these distractions out of your practice. It's one of the longer term ways to regulate your nervous system and have it last. And I know that's something we all love. Please like and subscribe for daily awakenings, indigenous wisdom, and plant medicine information, all coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. If you'd like to join us on a retreat or tour, please check out the descriptions below. And know that every minute you watch our channel, you're helping nonprofits in the United States and in Costa Rica. So Medicine Everyone Deserves and the Jaguar Rescue Center say thank you as well. Please like and subscribe and share this channel with people who might like it. Check out our meditations. We'd love for you to fall asleep to the sounds of these beautiful waves. As always, blessings.